Hello, this is Mark from HR Laser. Today I will show you how to set up laser engraving machine HR 570. Let's take a look at this laser engraving machine. When you receive this machine, all the accessories was inside the cabinet. This is the toolbox and machine stand was under the hardcore table. And this is the setup process. We'll follow this later on to set up this laser engraving machine. In front of the laser machine, you can see this is the RDC 5121 controller from radar. And this is the controller. Also, this machine comes with the linear guide on both X and Y axis. And this one is the rotary attachment switch. This one, press down, then you can use the socket over there, connect the rotary attachment. This socket switch that control the power outlet at the back of the machine. This one, please make sure turn the switch on when you have something connect to the outlet on the back. This one is stop. You need to turn it on to start the laser. This one is laser switch, control the laser output. You need to turn it on when you need the laser output. This one is the digital emitter to show the laser working. On the right hand side, we have up down switch that control the honeycomb platform up or down, and the lighting switch that control internal lighting. The last switch was the fine switch at the back of the machine. This one, because some customer don't want the fine always working. They just need the fine working when they have the cutting or engraving working. And this one is the USB socket to connect laptop. In any case, if you need connect the U disk, we have this socket at the top to connect U disk and copy the file to the controller. At the back of the machine, there's a power cable connector. There's a grounding pin to avoid the interference. And this is the main power switch with electrical leakage protection. It's very safe. And this 3 is the power outlet to connect the air pump or the water pump, or this exhaust fan if you have it on hand. After introduction of the machine panel, socket and switch, we'll follow this process to set up this laser machine. The first is the connections. We'll remove the packing and protection material and connect the chiller pump, also the power cord. I will take the toolbox out, also the stand and assembly. I will move the stand out from the honeycomb table. I have to connect the power cable to power on the machine, lift the table and do so. Neck and hook up the main switch. Pull out the water pipe and the air pipe. Everything's okay. Press to stop and the machine was turned on, and laser head start the homing process. Go to the top right and go to the home position of the origin of the workpiece, and I will press up to move the table up. Please be careful because the platform going up very quick, and make sure the honeycomb cable will not damage the laser head. Now it's close enough, so I stop. Into water, or the water in of the laser engraving machine. I will connect to the water out from water pump. And then I will throw it into the water tank. And the water inside the tank is not placed, make sure it's not tap water. The water we use is distilled water, like this. The water used for the battery industry distilled water. Please don't use the tap water. It will impact the cooling, also the shorten the laser tube life. We use the kind of distilled water to make sure it's good enough to cool the laser tube. The other side, the water out. Just put inside the tank and it's done. And put the cap and close it. This is the cheap way for the laser tube cooling. If the budget is sufficient, we do suggest purchase a CW3000 water chiller instead of water pump, and this is professional and good enough, very good for cooling the 60-watt laser tube. Then I will connect the air pump. This pipe is the air pipe. I will connect to the air pump. Is used for the laser cutting. At the back of the machine, there's a internal exhaust fan, and with the 115mm diameter or 6-inch diameter, we will connect the foil ducting to it with a bracket like this. Okay, the photo ducting was installed, and if you are using in-house with limited ventilation, we suggest use a exhaust fan like this. This is very strong exhaust fan, can exhaust the waste air to the outside, and just connect the foil ducting to the fan and lock it just like it, and we'll exhaust the fan outside the house. Since the water pump, air pump, and the foil ducting was connected well, then we'll focus on the power connection of the laser machine and the pumps. This is power socket. We offer different type of plug. This one is the plug type B, used for the US, America, Canada, and Japan. This one is plug type F, used in Europe. And this one is type I, used for Australia. I will connect this end of the plug to the socket. According to the instructions, I will connect the air compressor to the socket from the back of the machine, and also I will connect water pump to the socket as well, because the power consumption is less. As of now, we finished the connection of the laser machine. Then move to step 2, check. In this step, we will double check all the connections was connected in correct way, and the switch was ready for our use. Double check the pipe was organized extremely. Okay. The kind of this U-turn was not correct, because the water flow will be blocked and the laser will not fire. And we check the panel, the red switch called E-stop. It should be a status of press down, not activated. And this one is laser switch, is on the 12 o'clock position. It's not switch on. This one is open the switch, When you close lid, the clip will be pressed down to enable the laser output. Now I close the lid, and the edge of the lid will press the switch down, and you can hear the click sound. It's the sound from the switch. With the sound, that means the switch was triggered and enable laser output. I will hook up the main switch of the laser machine. Before that, I want to highlight the main power plug need to be connected to the outlet from the wall. Okay, now I hook up the main switch. When you open the laser machine, the laser head position should like this. I will move it to the middle. Then twist the stop to enable the laser, and the print head will go to the top right position, find home position, then it go back to the origin. Okay. From here we have the homing switch on both X and Y. This is the X homing switch, and this one is the Y homing switch. When we start the laser head need to trigger the switch on both X and Y, and to make sure the homing process was completed. After that, the laser head is coming to the work origin. After that, the system will handle the control to user side. Otherwise, this laser machine will not work normally. Now I will press on the socket switch to enable the air pump and water pump. Normally I will allow 5 to 10 minutes for the water pump to enable water flow, go through the intel laser tube and eliminate the air bubble. It's very important to enable laser tube working without air bubble. Otherwise, the laser tube may be broken down. This is the air bubble inside the laser tube. After a few minutes, the air bubble has gone. Okay, the great thing is we just finished the step 3, and now we'll move to the step 4, start work. But before that, I will highlight something about the laser firing. Please look at this schematic. The laser tube firing is controlled by different elements. The laser key switch, this one, and emitter, this one, and the water sensor, this one, open lead switch, this one. That means if I need laser work, I need to make sure both the 4 elements work correctly. I will double check later on. So let's look at the step 4. In this step, we focus on the machine work. Insert the U-disc and pull the material, and then find the focus. Close the lid, turn on the switch and check everything, then go. What I am going to do now is have the amplifier input to the laser controller and run it. This is AudioWorks software dedicated for radar, was pre-installed in my laptop. We have separate setup video for this software, and now I have the USB cable plugged to my laptop, and then I plug this to the USB socket. The next thing I'm going to do is double check the config. In the settings setting, you can see the maximum working size is 670 times 500, and home position on the top right, laser head position on the top left. The tool position is related to the joint was engraved, measure or not. After check this, I will close it and import amplifier. I'm now setting the parameter of the laser job. And now I will adjust the focus gauge on focus. I will adjust the focus by the gauge. Move to the center of the workpiece and press uplifting and manual the focus like this way by the focus gauge. And now you can see the gauge will just around the edge of the laser head and the material, so the focus length is correct. Because the starting point is on the top left, like this point, I now move the laser head to this point. Okay. Then I will press the origin to set the position as the work origin. When you hear the sound, the D sound, the setting is done. Then I go to my laptop, press the button go scale, and we can see pop out the window setting the frame speed and click OK. By this function we can see laser working size to confirm it inside your material. Okay, now I close the lid and make sure the open lid switch working. Hear the click sound when the lid closed down. Yeah, make sure it has the click sound from the switch. Then let's check out the ammeter. Make sure the control knob turn to the maximum in this position, and then turn on the laser switch to 3 o'clock position. Make sure the socket switch turn on. And water pump is working. Now you turn pipe. Go back to my laptop and click the start button. Okay, now the laser It's working now. Okay, we hear the sound of this sound of 3 times, and the job was finished. Let's open the lid and see. The job was finished. That's all for the CO2 laser engraving machine HL570. Thank you very much. Bye bye.